creating new users in the system, such as technicians in the field for pool cleaning or repair technicians. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to the admin tab. Once you are here, you can come down to the user manager right here. Then you get this little user manager pop-up. It's got all of our queues sitting in it, all of our technicians sitting in it. So typically the first thing that I like to do when creating technicians, because we don't want to reinvent the wheel here. So a lot of time what I do is I just find one of the technicians that currently works here in their respective field. So in the case of a pool cleaner, I would just pull up Charlie's account and then start referencing these user permissions. But essentially there's just some key areas that need to be filled out. First name, last name, what their actual login is going to be, which would keep pretty uniform as far as the DAL and then their name, or say FTW and then their name. You can set their password. We don't use these primary phone, mobile phone, or user color options, and we just fill out this basic information. Now, the purpose of this email, service@tropicislandpools.com, is to inform the technician if a job has been added to the system, in which case we don't typically inform them if a job's been added to the system via email. It just bogs their stuff down. But if you wanted to convert to doing that, so say jobs come in on the weekends, you can put them on the schedule, and whenever they're booked to the technician, it'll shoot them an email, let them know it's been added to their schedule and they need to plan for it. Things along those lines. Then, of course, like I said, come through and just start looking at what is checked off. Just to give a quick overview, such as adding equipment, adding notes. This is right here, it's the module. We're giving them access to the customer module, but not the entire thing. Right here it says access customer module. Click that, they have access to all of it. We don't want them to have access to all of it, just these few items, such as add equipment, add notes, edit the customer's information, edit the equipment that they've added, uploading images and notes to the system, so on and so forth. And then you have the work orders, access the work order module, the ability to close them, the ability to edit them or delete images if they've made mistakes, to add logs, such as adding work orders from the field. That's in the case of if there's something wrong, they can add jobs on a customer account, so it shows up on the schedule. So they say they need a new skimmer basket. They can go and add an additional maintenance needed template job from the field and drop it into that queue, the additional maintenance queue, once they add that work order to the system. Then you have access to the schedule, things along those lines. And like I said, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We just want them to have these basic accesses. So the best thing you could do is open up OneTech, document what they have checked off, and then just give your new technician. So you would go to add user, fill out the information, and then come through and check off these same areas for them to be able to have those accesses as well. Just like this one, you have the technician, the mobile user, things along those lines. So yes, they are a technician. Yes, we want to give them mobile access. No, we don't want to disable them. That would mean that they no longer work here. And then receive work order notifications is a no, and then no. So all of it's preset. Just reference an older technician. In the case of, say, a supervisor or a repair technician, we give them admin accesses, so we don't actually have to check off those boxes. So let's go to David. He's a supervisor type, and he has admin access, so we actually don't have to check off any of these because it gives him access to all of that stuff. You can also choose which offices they have access to, so Dallas and Fort Worth, but let's say the technician only works on the Dallas side of town. You can give them only access to the Dallas office. And yeah, that is the whole little system here.